Hello everyone. So today I thought I'll probably just talk to you instead of showing you my boring computer screen. I'll just have a chat with you, and at the same time I'll show you a bit of London. Now today I actually wanted to talk about career options in the field of Atlassian tools. Now a lot of people these days approach me and they ask me this question about what they can do if they are beginning their career, or maybe if they have been doing something in another field. They want to know whether Atlassian tools, consultancy, or maybe learning Jira administration will help them or not. And to be honest, there is no one answer that I can give and that will be applicable for everyone. In fact, I wanted to explain this properly, and that is why I actually made a video, I believe, recently, couple of months back, where I talked about different things that you can do with Atlassian tools, career wise, but at the same time, I explained the target, the target role or the target job that you can aim for. Now, when it comes to learning a tool like Jira, let us talk about Jira because Jira is, of course, the most obvious or the most important or the most famous tool that uh, everyone is using these days. Now, when we talk about Jira, of course, you can learn how to use the tool, but even to use the tool, you can be a developer or you can be a project manager, you can be a scrum master. In that case, your focus is more on the usage of the tool. At the same time, you can be a Jira service desk manager or service desk agent who is responsible for assigning the work to their team of agents, service desk agents who would be responsible for answering or providing support to your customers. Now, usage is definitely one skill, but it is not really, in my opinion, a very difficult skill to acquire. A lot of people ask me this question, especially project managers, where they ask me questions about, of course, Jira, but they want to know something specific, like how to do this in Jira, how to make a plan in Jira, how to bulk import hundreds of issues, hundreds of stories, how to bulk modify issues, how to manage their work. So for those cases where you are a user, and especially if you are responsible for assigning the work to others, making a plan, then in that case the skill that you need to acquire is understanding uh, different features of the tool from usage perspective, but at the same time not just normal usage of the tool. You need to know a bit more. You need to know how to search, you need to know how to create your own reports, you need to know how to use the tool effectively to, let us say, get reminders. And uh, in that particular case, of course, you can aim to learn Jira project administrator. To be honest, if you already are doing this, like project management, then it is just a matter of maybe a couple of days on the tool and getting familiar or making yourself familiar with various things that Jira can do. Now, this also depends on your role. You may be a project manager, but at the same time, different companies use different methodologies. You may be using Scrum or Kanban, or maybe your own version of Agile, or maybe you are trying to follow SAFe, where you're not just a Scrum Master, but maybe you are a release engineer, maybe you are managing Scrum of Scrums, maybe you are responsible for making sure that different Scrum teams are working effectively. There are no blockages, or you're aware of the dependencies. In that case, of course, you need to use a tool like Jira, but you need to know a bit more than normal project administration. You need to know maybe few apps like easy agile apps. You probably need to use an app like easy bi. Again, I'm not really saying that you need to know like each and everything about those apps, but if you know how these apps work, if you're able to work on these apps, if you're able to do your work, your day-to-day work, then I think that is all you need to do. And of course, in every company, if there is a tool like Jira, there is ideally, or there is supposed to be like a team responsible for tools, like a tools team. And I've seen in companies where this tools team is also responsible for providing some kind of consultancy. So everything that I'm talking about, everything that I have mentioned so far is focused mostly on the usage of the tool, but on the business side. Not really. I'm not even talking about the technical aspects. If you're trying to become a Jira administrator along with some kind of consultation, then of course you need to know how to use the tool. You need to know a few apps, but you would also need to acquire some skills that are on the technical side, both on server, or I should say data center version of Jira, and the cloud version of Jira. On cloud, you can bare minimum target to learn automation rules, and if you're working in an organization where they expect you to do some automations, then maybe you can learn script runner for Jira. If you're on data center, then I'm sure the expectations would be a bit more from Jira administrators or developers or consultants who are on the technical side, like technical consultants like me. I mean, this is what I do. So you would be spending a lot of time on script runner for Jira, writing scripts. You might also be interacting with Jira using REST API. You will be asked to integrate Jira with other tools, and you would be maybe responsible for dumping Jira data to an external tool. So, if you have some kind of programming experience, development experience in any language, that is not really important. But if you know REST API, for example, if you know how APIs work in general, especially Jira Java APIs, then you can definitely expect uh, a good salary, to be honest, because if you know all these things, then definitely you can expect more salary, and you can actually ask for more salary. And actually, the last video that I made, I actually talked about this particular topic. And if you are already doing things for the past couple of years, for example, recently someone messaged me on LinkedIn asking me exactly the same thing, that I am a developer doing things on Jira. I've been doing it for a couple of years. What next? What next for me? So I would say if you are already doing these things, then you should aim for maybe becoming a consultant, like a pure consultant. It is good to have those skills, but if you try to become a consultant, then consultants are really I mean, everyone is looking for a consultant, because not only you know the tool, not only you know the technical aspects of the tool, but you will be working with the teams. You will be working with people to uh, to help them on a day-to-day basis. Maybe you will be responsible for rolling out Jira. So when you're working for a company, let us say a big company, they, more than the technical skills, they need people who have done something similar in the past. But technical skills, in my opinion, is a must-have. You need to know how the tool works. You need to know how to integrate it with other tools. You need to know some development aspects. If you already know, let us say, script now for Jira, or if you know how to work on APIs, you have done app development, then I think you already have all the necessary skills and the basics that you can now use to move forward in your career. And I would say, I mean, to be honest, it also depends on your interest. For example, I like doing a lot of things, technical things, but at the same time, I also enjoy uh, solving problems. I also enjoy consultation, pure consultation, where if I'm talking to, let us say, my clients, and they explain to me their requirements, what exactly they are trying to do with the tool. So my responsibility is not to just focus on or give them like a robotic answer. Yes, you can do that. My responsibility is to help them get the most out of these tools, and that involves uh, suggesting the right app. That involves uh, best practices, what not to do in the tool, what to do in the tool, uh, which app can give them the best solution, not right now, but in long run. And for those cases, for those people who are already doing things in this domain, I think consultation is definitely really interesting. I mean, this is of course from my perspective, and I thought I'll probably also give this idea to you to maybe think about moving towards pure consultation. So this is all I wanted to talk about today, and just like always, I will say this again. I have been talking about these things for a long time, and one of my biggest challenge is to organize my content. One of my challenge is to make sure that whatever I'm talking about reaches a lot of people. I'm just trying to share my knowledge, and hopefully, someone somewhere is able to um, able to get the most out of my videos, and even if I'm able to help one person, I think that is all I need, and that is definitely very satisfying. Now, if you go to my website ravisagar.in, I organize all of my content there, or I try to. I mean, I'm not really saying it is the best place, but or I'm not really saying that I've done a great job, but my intention is to continuously improve my website ravisagar.in, and you can always reach out to me. If you go to my website ravisagar.in, you can actually raise a ticket for me, and then you can, of course, uh, uh, ensure, or you can actually be assured that I will try to get to you, try to get back to you effectively. I mean, feel free to add a comment on my videos, but when you raise a ticket for me, it will give me an idea about what kind of questions people are asking, and I usually get back to people. Uh, and this is, of course, a way for me to channelize your request. And finally, the last thing that I want to say is that please consider joining my channel. I do have a join membership program where I do give some benefits like free books and priority response to your tickets. All right, that is all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you. Bye bye.